What's going on, everybody? My name is Japes. Welcome back to it's going to be the first FIFA 16 video. So it's not welcome back, it's welcome. FIFA 16, we're finally jumping into it right as early access is going out. So some of the ratings have been out for a while. Some of the demo's been out for a little while, but I wanted to start dropping my stuff right as the early access is coming out so we can kind of go ham on there because there's a lot of perspective stuff. But we're looking at starter teams today. And I'm going to go through all of the big leagues, a different video for each league, but we're starting with the BPL largely because it's a popular league and there's just tons of depth. So one of the goals generally with starter teams, you're going to have to include a lot of non-rare players. You guys are obviously looking at the team behind me. Some of you guys are going to say, Japes, I don't know about that. And you're going to be, well, I'm going to read the comment section. I'm going to read through all of them. It's going to be like, Japes, why would you pick a player like that? I can't believe you do that. That's not a starter team player. And we're going to go through and talk about some of the players that way. But up top, we've got Rondon and Mane. Now, Mane is a player that ideally we would be able to get into a starter team. Realistically, we're over on Foothead. Do you see this big thumbs up over here? 162 already. That's kind of one of the determining or early indicators of where a player might be falling price-wise. So Mane is one of those players. He's not going to be flying under the radar. The 4-star skills, the 91 pace, a lot of people are going to be after him. That said, he's still going to be going for less than your Agueros and your, Diego Costas, your really big name strikers from the BPL. So he's definitely one to kind of keep an eye on. I think his stats he looks like a very, very clever player. You could play him as an attacking mid. You could play him, if you played like a 4-2-3-1 with the 3 attacking mids, you could play him out wide, have some success. You could play him as a false 9, I think, if you decided to go that direction. But a player that I want to get into the team, teamed him up front with Rondon. And the reason we're going with the 4-1-2-2, I think it's really, really balanced this year from what I've played on the demo. And it's just a good, sound, solid formation. Now, Mane was a little bit smaller. Rondon, on the other hand, still 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, and he's got a lot of thumbs up as well. So I don't think he's going to be truly flying under the radar, but he's going to be one of those guys that's just playing good on this game, especially with some of the changes that have been made to crossing. You're going to be able to swing some balls into him. He's going to win them. 6'2". So a rather big man, and then he's got good finish, over 80 finishing, over 80 shot power and positioning as well. Those are big key stats for the striker, and of course some of the skill moves to go with it. So I'm really, really excited about this card and think that he's going to be, if I'm building a BPL starter team, that is. So I know some of you guys will go that direction. I personally probably won't because these guys will still be pretty expensive and pretty in demand. That said, I still wanted to go through this for you guys. So Giorgio Wijnaldum. Non-rare, which I saw and I was like, oh man. Now the issue here is that he's only got the 2-star weak foot and he's been downgraded to 3-star skill moves, but for a non-rare he's still really, really good. I've got some honorable mentions for some of the players as well, but I think he's one of those players people aren't going to jump on as much. He's a decently, he does everything relatively well is kind of what it looks like. So a player I'm going to be targeting for an early, you could even do, I looked at the Dutch players as well as a whole, and I'm sure Nick 2018 will be happy about this, but the Dutch players as a whole are looking pretty darn good this year. So you'll be able to team some of them up together and maybe create a little bit of a hybrid. Speaking of which, we've got Jermaine Lance over on this side, and the 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, definitely a player for the left side for the BPL that I went like, whoa. Yep, very much like to have him in my team. So I'm not going to go through him. I know I can be a bit long-winded, so we're going to try to go through this a little bit faster. Tauvan recently transferred to Newcastle, 4-star skills as well. He's non-rare. He's not crazy pacey, but he does have over 80 pace, over 80 dribbling, 74 passing. Not amazing, but not terrible. I generally try to stay away from wingers in formations like this that have below like 70, 72 passing. Now, that's not going to always be the case. Some of the other starter squads you guys will see. But I think he's a really good, early right-sided player that you can kind of target. So excited to see James McCarthy. He's a non-rare. And he's got the 4-star weak foot. He's 80 rated, 81 physical, 78 defending. That is so, so good. And he plays for Everton. So he also has the right work rates, medium attack, high defense. And Everton's obviously a big club, but it's not like Everton fans are going to be mad at me. The first club that came to mind was Liverpool. But, you're Liverpool, you're not United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City, the players with huge names that tend to drive up the price of all the players around them. McCarthy, that's not the case. So definitely a player to look at. Across the back, I'm not going to go into all of these guys, but we've got Holebas and Neom, both from Watford. Both are decently pacey. And Neom, 78 defense and 84 physical. Those are my two favorite stats for outside backs that we're kind of looking at. It's pace, defending, physical. I don't really know yet if I'm going to want my outside backs going forward as much this year because I don't know where counters are going to be. So the passing and the dribbling, we'll just have him stay back and play defense to start. Holebas, definitely better going forward, but again, 84 pace, 76 defending, 81 physical, great stats. And then we're teaming up Ogbonna and Reed there. Now I think they could be a little bit more expensive than like true starter team value, but I don't think they're going to be outrageously high. And then we've got Vorm and goal. Honorable mention across the bottom. Berahino, there's the non-rare that you're looking for. Obviously plays for West Brom, so getting true links. He can obviously do the English links, but like true hybrid type links, not going to be as in demand. Boyan was the player that I mean, realistically, he probably replaces Wijnaldum for me. The more I like look at the two cards and think about it, because he does have the 4-star skills as well. And he's a really clever little player. Yeah, I think he probably replaces Shaqiri. Again, I don't really know where his price is going to be. I think it's going to be a little higher than you want it, well, any of us really want it to be. We've got Inler, his Swiss teammate in there, and then Montero, Tiote, and Richards for other kind of honorable mentions. But that is where I'm going to leave you guys for the first round of this, and I'm going to go back through. We're going to have, well, it's all going to be coming at you guys fast and furious. So I hope you're ready. Stay tuned to the channel. This one will be, well, for those of you guys that don't know, and when you're seeing this, there's going to be tons of stuff already up on Vessel, and I can leave a link down to Vessel below. Some of the stuff will be going up at the same time. A lot of it will be going up earlier on Vessel, so be sure to check that out if you are interested. But other than that, I want to thank you all very much for tuning in. I hope you're starting to get hyped like I am. Other than that, my name is Japes, and I will catch you all next time.